Okay, so our example. Okay, let's see, I'll do the elevation change for this one. I did do the height, how long it was yesterday, but I'll do how much elevation. Okay, example. My hike Sunday had elevation gain hike to the top of Moore's Knob. It's awesome. There was fog, and by the time I was up there, all the fog was below me. And so the pictures are so cool. They, like, you can see like the clouds are below me, and so it looks like I'm like way up in the air. Okay, so that is measurement right there. How many meters is this? Okay, so we are going to do a conversion problem. So the way we know it's a conversion problem is you're given a measurement and then you're asked to express it in a different unit. So the answer is asking for something different, but the basis of it is your measurement. And you want to use conversions that you know or that you should be learning. So I asked you to fill in the equality sheet. So I want you to look at the equality sheet. And we're going to go through the steps. And I hope we have enough time to do at least 2 of these. We might run out of time. Okay, so the first thing you do in a conversion problem is you find the measurement and you write it down. So the measurement is 1,905 feet. So you're going to write that down. So you write down the number and the unit. Okay. With conversion problems, it's not in the correct unit right now. So you go ahead and you write down a place to put the first conversion factor. And if you don't want to do individual fraction bars, you can just do a whole line, and then you can separate each conversion with a vertical line. Whichever way you might have seen it in the past, that's fine, as long as you're showing a top and a bottom number. Okay, but the first conversion factor needs to get rid of this unit. So as soon as you write down your measurement, you're going to write down a spot for your first conversion factor, and you're going to take the measurement unit you wrote there, and you're going to put it on the bottom. So that's the first thing you're going to do. Here's my measurement. I need a factor. I'm going to put that unit on the bottom because I need to get rid of it. And what that does is it directs your attention to, I need to go find an equality. So you're going to look for an equality that has feet. So look at your sheet, and which equalities involve feet? Okay, you got 12 inches equals 1 foot. And you also have 3 feet equals 1 yard. And 1 mile equals 5,280 feet. Now we're not going to use all of these. We're going to decide which one we need. But those are the 3 that you should focus on. Which one do you think we need and why?
First one.
Why the first one?
Because if you're going to inches, you can go from inches to centimeters.
So you want to have an idea of where you're going. And we're going to meters, which is metric. And I said you should have one way to go from our system to the metric system. And I recommend inches to centimeters. And so if you're in our system, you want to work your way to inches. If you're in the metric system, you want to work your way to centimeters. So we're going to use the inches and the feet. The way that you write an equality as a conversion factor is you take the number that goes with the unit. So the 1 foot goes with the unit of feet. And you write it wherever you've decided it should go. So you decide what goes on the bottom first because it's the basis of what you're getting rid of. The other unit and number goes on the top. So 12 inches will go on the top. Does that make sense? And we're using algebra because if it was an X on top and X on bottom and you're multiplying and dividing, the X's cancel. So everything is multiplication and division, not addition. And so letters and words cancel when they're on top and bottom. If they're beside each other, they square. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cancel the letters. Okay, do I want inches? Nope. So guess what we do? Do it again. Put another factor there. If that unit is not what you want, you do the same thing we did before. I don't want inches, so where does inches go? On the bottom. Put your unit. Don't bring your number, just bring your unit. And now we're going to look for equalities that involve inches. So I need an equality from my sheet that is inches. So we got inches to feet, which we just used. Don't need that one, because we'll go backwards. Or 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. If you just start getting used to, I'm going between systems, I need to get to inches, it becomes easier. That's why I want you to kind of find one way to do it and then repeatedly do that. Okay, so how are we going to write that equality as a conversion factor? I've decided inches goes on the bottom. What number goes with inches? 1. Whatever number in the equality is attached to that unit, keep it. The 1 goes with inches. On the other side of the bar will go 2.54 centimeters. Do I want centimeters? No, I don't. Guess what I gotta do? Do it again. But we're doing one step at a time, so it doesn't seem like we're doing much. Okay. I don't want centimeters, so where do centimeters go? Bottom. Now I need to find a conversion or an equality with centimeters. What do you see? 100 centimeters equals a meter. How should we write it? The 100 goes with the cms, so that's on the bottom, and on the top is meter. Okay. Now am I done? Yes. Everything you need is on paper. Everything I have on paper is what I need. These are the directions on how to type it in the calculator. And so you're going to take the calculator now, and only when you have all the numbers do I recommend you start calculating. Otherwise, you're going to calculate something, write it down, calculate something, write it down, calculate something, write it down, and it's going to look like chaos on your paper. Okay, so 1,905 times 12 times 2.54 divided by 100. Anything on the bottom is divided by, so you got to hit divided by before you type in any number on the bottom. You can ignore the ones because they don't change. But across the top, each one of these is multiplied by your original measurement. Each number on the bottom is divided into it. If you have more than one number on the bottom, you have to hit divided by each time. You can't do divided by and then multiply. Because whatever function key you use on your calculator, that's what you're telling the calculator to do with that number to your original number. Okay, so I got 580.644. Did y'all get that? So I want you to write down the entire measurement answer. So I got point, and then this always gets in my way. I requested about 10 years ago to get rid of the seam. I got about 10 years before I can retire. Maybe I'll get it. Okay. Are we done? Nope, we're not. So you want to write down your measurement, answer, but it's not your answer yet. what you do is you go back to the original number that you used. And you can only have an answer that has the same significant figures because everything's based on your original measurement. And so my original measurement had how many significant figures? Well, first non-zero, there's no decimal, so it's last non-zero, which is the 5. How many digits? 4 significant figures. So my answer can only have 4. 1, 2, 3. The 10th place is the 4th one. Look at the next position, it's a 4. So what should my answer look like? 580.6 meters, and that'll be the answer. So I want you, what I want you to kind of get used to doing when you do the calculation stuff, because you're multiplying and dividing, write down your answer, but you should feel like you're not done yet, because it's not your final answer, and you want to make it look the same number of digits. Okay, we didn't get quite as many